for y'all to see me make my peach cobbler. It's different than the cup. I use frozen peaches, and they're so much better than the canned ones. And I use the microwave just to cook the peaches part. Then we're going to make a biscuit crust and get this thing in the oven. It's going to be delicious. So dump you a package of peaches, 16 ounces, into a batter bowl. Okay? Then you're going to put in a cup of sugar. There's a half and a cup. Then we're going to put in a half stick of butter. Now we're going to put enough water to come just to the top of the peaches, okay, in this bowl. So I mean, to about right in there, okay? So it'll probably be about the 4-cup mark in this batter bowl. Now it's going to take a little while to do this part, so it gives you time to make your biscuit topping. We're going to put this in the microwave, and we are going to cook this for 15 minutes. So the next thing we're going to do is make the biscuit dough for the top while we're waiting on our peaches to cook. It works great. You can put them on the stove top if you want to, but if you throw them in the microwave, you ain't got to watch them, okay? For the topping, we're going to use 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. 1.5 cups. 1.5. We're going to use 4 tablespoons of butter. And I just had the butter. This is about 2.5. Let me get a little bit more. We're going to use a blending fork, and we're going to blend the butter in the flour. If you don't have butter and you want to use butter flavor Crisco, you can, okay? For some reason you don't have it, or you can even use margarine if you want to. And some people go all out and use coconut oil, but I don't know that I would want coconut oil with my peach cobbler. Some things I think it would be pretty good with, but I don't know. Might not be too bad to use with peach cobbler. So you're using your blending fork, and you are blending your butter in with your flour to make a nice biscuit dough. And once it gets to be about pea size, it's fine. Just make sure there's no big clumps. There's one. I think that's my only big clump, so let's make sure and mash it up in there. I usually mash it against the side of the bowl or the bottom, either way. It's the butter's kind of tough, you know. All right. There's our main part. Now you're going to use about a 1/2 cup of milk, and I am going to grab my sifter. And I'm going to put a little bit of flour on the counter for us to make a pretty crust with. I don't want to leave that in there. So let's get out some milk. Now I usually use sweet milk when I do cobblers instead of buttermilk. It's going to take about a 1/2 cup. So what you're doing is you are just adding enough milk to bind this together so that there's no crumbs left in the bottom. So you're not going to want it real runny, okay? So add a little bit of milk at a time. Keep mixing just like I'm doing with your blending fork. And then once, if it's sticky enough to grab that stuff down on the bottom, let it, okay? And that's about right, just like that. It's a good dough. That would make a really good biscuit with all that butter in there. And when I like to use sweet milk or regular milk is what we call sweet milk when I'm doing something that's sugary, sweet, okay? All right. We're going to put this out on the counter. Make a nice crust for our cobbler. And now you can do this crust however you want to do it. You can make it pretty and make stripes out of it and make it, you know, look all dolled up if you want to. Or you can just lay it on the top and let it bake. Looks good to me. Just like that. Now what I'm going to do today is I'm going to try to get it into a circle. Let me just kind of use my hands first for the circle. Okay. Then I'm going to get my new rolling pin. It's marble, so I don't think flour's going to stick to it anyway. Alright, I've never had a marble one, y'all. I'm new to this. But you're going to rotate as you roll. You have to rotate your rolling pin in order to make a real circle, okay? So you're just going to keep picking it up. Whoa! It wants to roll up on there. I know that. Let me do this. There we go. I would roll it out about pretty thin, about 1/4 of an inch. And once you roll it, it draws up a little bit on you before you use it. Okay? There it is, y'all. So we're ahead of the game. Now all we gotta do is wait on our peaches. Alright, take you about 1/4 cup to 1/2 cup, however many you want. We're going to sprinkle these on the top of our cobbler. I like them. They get toasty because I put them on the very top of the crust. And they're just a nice addition to a delicious peach cobbler. I'm just thinking, I don't know, I think I got a little bit too much water in this. Alright, when this comes out of the microwave, you've got to thicken it a little bit. So what you're going to do is you're going to put about 2 tablespoons of flour. I like to use a jar because it's easy to mix up if you do that way. Put a couple tablespoons of flour in a little, this is just a little pickle jar. And then you're going to put in about 1/2 cup of milk. Shake it really, really good. This is going to thicken when it's cooking in the stove. It's going to make a nice, thick, syrupy broth. Okay? So then you're going to add this to your peaches. Now you're going to take this and you're going to pour it in your cobbler dish. And that's got a good bit of liquid in it. I think it's got a little too much. I'm going to take some of it out. I really do. I mean, I want enough liquid in it that they're floating in it good, but you don't want so much that, you know, it's just too much. Alright, so this is our cobbler topping, and we made more than we needed, really. You're going to want to put a few slits in it. So I'm going to use this and go over in the middle part for some slits. And then we're going to take some butter. And y'all can do this neat way if you want to, but I just take it and I just rub it on there, okay? So you're going to take some butter and rub it on your top, like that. Let me rinse my fingers off. It's a lot easier to spread the butter while you got it on the counter than it is over this liquid moving up and down thing, okay? So we're going to take this and lay it down on here. And just take your topping. Don't overlap it. Just let it kind of curl around the top, because that's the good part of the cobbler anyway. Who don't want more biscuit dough than you have to have, right? So just kind of curl it up around it. Now we're going to take cinnamon. I'm going to get some extra. Really, it's just going to fall through there. May as well just sprinkle it. But this cinnamon sugar is already mixed up, that I have mixed up in my all the time. So we'll put that on there. Now you're going to, I like to put sugar crystals on the top because they get nice and crunchy. And I don't know if Chris put these on my spice thing yesterday or not, but he's about to make a baking pantry tab on our website, so you should be able to look that up, hopefully, by the time this gets posted. Here's some of our chopped pecans. Don't that look good? Now that's much better than a cup of peach cobbler. Yummy! Let's get this in the oven, y'all. Alright, let's get this out of the oven. Nice and bubbly. Now leave it in there a long time. It's been in there almost an hour, and the reason I say that, if you put water in it like I told you to, it takes a while for that filling on the inside to thicken and get nice and bubbly and yummy. Okay? So if you take it out too soon, it's going to be runny. Or you can cook it a lot longer in the microwave as well. Okay? There it is, y'all. Delish! Thanks for watching Color Valley Cooks, where we cook like Mama did.